shift after the graduation of some great players last year, and they have become, in their own right, a very potent offensive unit.
Well, for Joey Baum, I mean, statistically, when you look at nationally, he's third in the country in completion percentage. Last couple of weeks, he'd been first. So a 24 of 34 against Oberlin, and then last week was a little bit off, and it lowered his percentage down to 70.95. He's now third behind Matt Blanchard of Wisconsin Whitewater and Kyle Ray from Franklin. Zach Homick is 11th in the country in yards per game. He's 6th in the country in receptions per game. Baum is 21st in the country in completions per game. So you're talking about a senior in Joey Baum really coming together and putting together a masterful season, considering the kind of shoes that he had to fill and the expectations of this is what this offense does. Baum has been very good in continuing that tradition.
Well, our pregame commentary almost over as they are getting this game ready to kick off. Wooster will kick off. Russ Palm is their kicker. And Case will drop Brian Meddlesitz back deep along with Dan Calabrese. Here is the start of the football game. A low-line drive kick will be taken by Meddlesitz at the 11 to the 20, 25, straight up the middle of the field, spins away at the 30, gets out close to the 34-yard line before he is hit and tackled. Worcester's Cameron Daniels gets in there, wipes out the play, bringing Meddlesitz down after a 24-yard return all the way out to the 35-yard line, and this game is underway. Here come the Spartans dressed in their home blue uniforms, blue tops, blue pants, white helmets with the blue Spartan logo. Joey Baum, the senior, comes out. He'll be flanked by Bill Deitman in the backfield. Bryce Coleman at tight end on the left side. Two receivers. They'll give it to Meddlesitz on a jet sweep to the left side. Turns it upfield, gets close to the 39-yard line. Was running behind Coleman and Deitman. Also throwing a block in there to spring Meddlesitz for 4 was Mike Allen.
Offensively for Case, Dave, they're ranked 31st in the country in passing offense, 102nd in rushing offense. Overall, it's 39th overall best offense in the country for Case Western.
They'll swing this one over to Sean Nicely, but he is wiped out right at the point of the reception near the Case bench. Wooster sniffed that play out very nicely as Case got up to the line quickly, and they flipped it out to Nicely, but he could not turn it upfield. No huddle offense, 3rd down and 4. Football marked at the 41-yard line of the Spartans. First minute of the football game, we have no score. 3 receivers stack on the right side for Joey Baum. He takes the snap in the shotgun. He'll wing it out. It's caught over there by Zach Homick for first down yardage just across the 45 to the 46-yard line. He's tackled right there, and Case has a first down.
Now, Quentin Howard on coverage, but it looked like Homick just sat down in the zone, found the seam, and was able to work open for Baum.
Case running the hurry up. They'll give it to Bill Deitman. Cuts up through and gets a yard before he is tackled. Hector Clavijo on the stop, the Miami, Florida product, a junior linebacker. Deitman gets maybe less than 1, 2nd and long for Case from their own 47-yard line.
Wooster likes to show different looks on that front 7, and Case is preventing a lot of that by having the no-huddle, hurry-up offense.
Baum will go under center now, and a lot of movement on the line. The flags come out as we'll get a false start penalty against the Spartans, and they'll mark it back 5, and Case will be looking at a 2nd down and 15.
Yeah, Cullen Dolan, the right tackle, moved early. Looked like he was coming down to block inside.
They will mark this football back to the 42-yard line of the Spartans. We have no score first quarter. 13-12 to go in the opening quarter here at Case Field. The lights are on here at Case Field today as it's very overcast. Back to hand it off to Bill Deitman. He'll cut over the left tackle, gets out close to the 44. Not much running room there, and Case will look at a long 3rd down. We did have a first down a moment ago. This drive started at the 35-yard line. Zach Homick, Ed, now with 1 catch on the day, 56 receptions on the season for over 720 yards and 7 touchdowns.
And we mentioned he's averaging almost 10 receptions per game for the Spartans.
Baum back to throw on third down. Guns it over the middle of the field for Nicely and overthrows his target. And Case will have to kick it away. It's 4th down and 13.
It's only second time this year that Case's opening drive has not resulted in points. Remember earlier in the season, they had back-to-back games where they recovered a punt or recovered a fumble on the opening kickoff and took it in for points. In the last couple of weeks, they went right down on their opponents and put points on the board this week. Different story, did get a first down, but unable to penetrate the Scots' 50-yard line.
Dan Bassel will be out to punt this one away. Snap comes to him, and he will punt it away. A nice high kick with good hang time all the way back to the 16-yard line. It's fielded back there by Taylor Trout. He did not ask for the fair catch, but essentially that's what it became. It was virtually no return, and the Wooster Scots offense will come out onto the field. We'll get our first look at the freshman quarterback, Richard Barnes, 6 feet tall, 195 pounds. Barnes out of Painesville Harvey High School. He will take the snap. Quick drop, looks downfield, guns it up top, middle of the field, just overshoots his intended target, Cameron Daniels, who had a step on Zach Scott, but the pass overthrown incomplete.
Now Watson put a big hit on Barnes as Barnes was set to release it. He opened himself up, and Watson put his shoulder pads right into the rib cage of Richard Barnes.
2nd down and 10. The football marked at the 18. That's where the Fighting Scots start their first drive. The snap goes back to Barnes. They will hand it up the middle over the 20-yard line, maybe to the 21. That was carried by Robert Flagg. Flagg, just a tiny little guy, 5'6", 180 out of Dunedin, Florida, a junior. He will stay in the backfield with Barnes, who works in the shotgun. 3 receivers on the left. They will swing it out. It's caught out there by Cameron Daniels, and he's tripped up at about the 25-yard line. Maybe a pickup of 3, but it'll be 4th down now and 3 for Wooster, and the Fighting Scots will have to punt it away.
Well, they showed that 4 wide receiver set, and they got the tight end out in the split end, and you notice that they had a lot of motion between the wide receivers, and Daniels cut underneath, caught the ball in space, not able to advance, as that defensive line for Case really reacted well to that play by Wooster.
Zach Homick is back deep with Calabrese standing at his own 40-yard line to receive this punt from Dana O'Berry. Kick is away. Homick will back up and field it at the 30-yard line. 35 to the 40, 45. Tripped up and dives ahead close to midfield. Cameron Daniels on the punt coverage is able to wrap him up around the ankles and bring him down. Case offense comes back on the field with 11:02 to go in the first quarter. We have no score here at Case Field. The wind is blowing today left to right across the field right now, so Case in the first quarter moving against the wind. Webster lines up far wide right. Coleman at tight end on the left side of the formation. Homick and Nicely on the left. Nicely in the slot. They'll go back and hand the ball to Derek Bush. Bush across midfield, gets down close to the 46-yard line. And he'll be cut down right there. Nice first down run for Derek Bush. Bush, the senior, out of Katanning, Pennsylvania, Ford City High School, 5'9", 175-pound runner. Derek Bush on the season, the team's leading rusher with 284 net yards and 4 touchdowns. Shotgun snap to Joey Baum. They will go to Bush again. Cuts it around the left tackle. Good running room out across the 35. And he's finally tripped up and brought down right there. In on the tackle was Jeremy Pettit, the senior defensive back out of St. Vincent St. Mary High School. But a nice run for Derek Bush as he gets the Spartans a first down.
Well, Cullen Doolin came from his right tackle around the left side, had a nice seal block. That gave the corner to Bush. Then downfield, Zach Homick with a big block on Ogletree Crawford. And he just kept pushing him downfield, and Bush ran right behind him for the big yardage.
1st and 10, Spartans from the Wooster 34-yard line. No score first quarter. Baum back to throw. Guns it near side. Caught by Homick. Cuts back middle of the field. Gets down to the 25-yard line. Absorbs a big hit who came in there from his defensive tackle position, Emmanuel Waters. and just laid Homick out, but a nice cutback move for Zach Homick to get about 6 more yards after the catch.
Yeah, I don't like the tackle by Walters. If anything, because he went low. Kind of came from the backside and went down towards Homick's knees and tried to chop him down, and that's a dangerous play to cut out a receiver's legs like that when he's making a cut.
Eric Street checks in as a wide receiver on the left side. Bomb will go right. It's caught out there by Nicely, but he is hit immediately and tackled for a loss on the play. Quentin Howard, the sophomore, got in there, the free safety, and took out Sean Nicely right as he caught the ball at the 29-yard line. 3rd down and 15. Nine minutes to play first quarter. No score. 3rd down and 5 for the Spartans now. Joey Baum takes the snap, rolls left, fires it for Homick, makes the catch. 15-yard line, gets down to the 12, stays in bounds. He's tackled right there. Quentin Howard brought him down, but Case gets a first down.
Homick caught that ball at the 25. Taylor Trout went for the interception, missed it. Homick reeled it in, turned it upfield, and picked up another 12 to 15 yards after the catch because Trout played the ball instead of the receiver.
So Case rebounds after the 4-yard loss on the completion to Nicely, and they hook up with Homick now for 17 yards. They will hand this one to Bush around left side. 10, 5, down to the 2, and tackled right there before he can break the plane of the goal line.
Well, if you're going to get this Wooster team, you're going to get them early. They get outscored in the first quarter 45-16, and then the rest of the way they either lead or it's even. So Worcester's toughest quarter has been the first quarter. Case's most productive has been the first quarter. So hopefully Case can punch it in here and pick up the early lead.
Bush got all the way down to the 1-yard line. Full house backfield right now. They will give it to Trevor LaBarge, the fullback, and he'll try and get the final yard for Case. Ball is jerked loose from LaBarge, but he was down. He did not get in. Case, again, will have the ball inside the 1-yard line. It'll be 2nd and goal. Trevor LaBarge, the fullback for the Spartans. LaBarge, 5'9", 215, out of St. Louis, Missouri.
Did not play last week at Hiram.
He's back in the lineup today. Bush and Deitman are in there. Bush running behind LaBarge. He's wiped out back at the 3-yard line. Coming in to make the play was Eric Keys, the senior linebacker out of Dalton, Ohio, the same hometown as Joey Baum.
And Taylor Trout also there to finish him off as Keys spun him around and Trout buried him.
7:25 to go first quarter. No score here at Case Field. 3rd and goal for the Spartans from the 2-yard line. They will keep the same full house backfield, no receivers. Joey Baum under center takes the snap. They will go back and pitch it this time to Derek Bush. Picking his way forward, not in there. He gets down to the 1-yard line again, but Wooster keeps him out. And Case will have a 4th and goal.
I would say go at this point. Offensively, they need to pick up the points and show Wooster that, you know what, they can get in. I don't know about the 3 straight shots with the full house backfield. I probably would have gone to a more open spread earlier in the earlier in the down set.
Well, they do spread it out now. Webster in the slot on the left with Homick. They will try to flip it to Homick in the corner of the end zone. He brings it down. Touchdown, Spartans. Zach Homick goes up top, brings it down for the touchdown. For Zach Homick, his 8th touchdown reception of the year.
Now, Homick goes 6'2" and has some longer arms. And for Gerard Ogletree Crawford, who was the defensive back on that play, just 5'9", and he'd given up 6 inches to Homick, and Homick just out-jumped him for the football.
Sam Coffey on to attempt the PAT. The kick is up, and the kick is good. And the Spartans take a 7-0 lead with 6:32 to play here in quarter number 1. Well, a very productive drive, Ed Doherty, as the Spartans take it right to them. And some big passing plays, some nice running to get down to the goal line. Wooster stiffened then, but they were able to knock it in with the nice touch pass to Zach Homick.
Well, it started with Homick's return and off the punt, and then Homick finished it off with the 1-yard touchdown reception.
So Case will send out the kickoff unit, and Wooster will have it back for the second time today. Case comes up with the touchdown on their first possession of the day. And you mentioned it, Ed. Case has been particularly productive in the first quarter of games, and no different here on their opening possession today. It ends up being close to a 70-yard drive. We'll have the official yardage in just a moment. Back deep for Wooster. Gerard Ogletree Crawford, Kyle Murdoch, Jordan McIntyre all set up back there, as Coffey will kick this one off from his own 30. 6:32 to go, first quarter. Here is the kickoff from Coffey against the wind. End-over-end kick. It'll be taken by Crawford at the 25, out near the 27-yard line. He is hit and tackled right there by Adam Watson, the sophomore defensive end out of Mentor, Ohio. Richard Barnes and company back out. Robert Flagg will check in at the tailback position.
That's a big offensive line for Wooster. They average 6'2", 273 up front for those Scots.
Flagg will fake a handoff. Barnes now to throw it deep downfield. Incomplete. He was taking a shot downfield for Zach Wiedrich. And Wiedrich step for step there with Kerry Dieter, the sophomore corner, and it's incomplete, overthrown just slightly, second down and 10.
Yeah, officially on the drive, 10 plays, 53 yards, 4 minutes, 30 seconds. It started with Homick's catch of the punt at the 30. He advanced it up to the 47, and from there, Case took 10 plays, went down the field, and punched it in on 4th and goal.
6:21 to play. First quarter action here at Case Field today. David Wilson along with Ed Doherty. Not sure what the delay is here. Now they come to the line and get set. Cameron Daniels, the tight end, checks in. Left side of the formation. Two receivers on the left. One on the right. Setting up on the right is Mike Reddick, their top receiver. And now Case gets back in there. They knock down Robert Flagg as soon as he takes the handoff back near the 26-yard line. A loss of maybe 3.
Michael Harris knifing in. He just filled the gap that was vacated by the pulling guard, Nate Laszlo. And Harris was wide open and flattened Flagg in the backfield. Case now with 6 defensive backs in the game, including Matthew Davis comes in. He's going to play on the edge, Mike, almost like a linebacker, but he is a defensive back.
Barnes calls for the signal in the shotgun, drops back to throw. Third down and 13. Now he's in trouble. Gets away from the pressure. Now he tucks it under, and he will get hit and knocked out of bounds. Lucas Sasala got in there at the end, but Case had 3 guys all over Richard Barneshead, and it forces a 4th down.
Yeah, Watson forced him outside. English ran him down, and finally Lucas Sasala just pushed him out of bounds. And Worcester's going to have to punt on back-to-back possessions.
So Case will drop Homick and Calabrese back. They will set up near their own 35. Here is the punt by Dana O'Berry, and they almost got a piece of it. In fact, Kerry Dieter might have it. Bounces to Calabrese. He lost the football, and Wooster will recover. So the punt was tipped. Calabrese tried to field it, could not handle the bounce, and it was recovered by Wooster. I believe that ball was picked up by Petty Jeffy, the freshman defensive back out of Licking Heights High School in Black Lick, Ohio. Wooster recovers the fumble, or the muff. 5:10 to play here in the first quarter. 7-0 Spartans, but Wooster takes over at the Case 39. Barnes quickly back out there with his offensive unit. This time they will hand the football, keep it on the ground. Nope, it's Barnes who faked the handoff and kept it himself. Dives across the 35, down close to the 31-yard line. A pickup of 8. And they're looking at a 2nd down and 2. They had Brendan Taylor in there at tailback, and they sold the fake well. Barnes got 8. Football marked at the 31 now. 4:46 to play. We're in quarter number 1. Wind has really died down now. Barnes takes the handoff. He will throw it. It's caught out in the flat by Jordan McIntyre. He knifes toward the Wooster sideline and gets down to the 26-yard line for a pickup of 5 and a first down.
Well, Kerry Dieter just submarined him out there, but the offensive line sold the run to the right, and it was a little swing pass back to the left. The offensive line really zone blocked down, and the linebackers bit over there, and it opened up a gap.
Wooster trying to take advantage of the turnover. Richard Barnes calling out the signals in the shotgun. Stands at his own 30. They will hand this one up the middle to Brendan Taylor. Not a lot of running room there. Might have gotten 2.
Wooster should have been flagged for not enough men on the line of scrimmage. They only had 6. The wide receiver on the far side of the field, Mike Reddick, did not come up and cover the tackle. Even though it was a running play, they only had 6 men on the line of scrimmage. The officials missed it.
Taylor goes out. Flag comes back in at tailback for the College of Wooster Fighting Scots. 3:44 to go. First quarter. 7-0. Spartans leading it. Barnes takes the snap in the shotgun. Wings it to the tight end, Daniels. He will flip it back to Flag. Flag tries to leap over a man. Gets out of bounds near the 20-yard line.
And Kyle Murdoch's going to get called for a push in the back. It was obvious on that little hook and lateral. Dave, the inside connection to Murdoch, and then he flipped it as he turned inside.
They will mark this one off against Wooster as flags came flying out. So yeah. Daniels, the tight end, caught the pass. He handed it to Robert Flagg on a little reverse, and next thing you know, you have flags coming out after the block in the back.
Well, and they should have been called for that penalty on the first play, and it called here.
Marked back to the 30-yard line. Second down, 15 for the Fighting Scots. 3:20 to go, first quarter. 7-0 Case. Barnes checks off at the line of scrimmage. He has 3 receivers on the left side. Reddick is the lone man on the right. They will throw left. It's caught out there by Zach Wiedrick. Still on his feet, gets past the 25-yard line. And then he's hit and knocked out of bounds by Zach Haas, the senior out of Peru, Indiana for Case. They get the penalty yardage back plus 2 more. It's a pickup of 7.
Now, and Case brings in that 6th defensive back. Here comes Matthew Davis. He takes over for Wade Self. Self at linebacker. Now it's Davis at defensive back. Case with 6 in the game. It's a dime package. Only 2 down linemen. As Doolin was standing up, he's in a 2-point stand on the edge.
2:32 to go first quarter. Barnes calling out the signals. Drops back to throw. Standing near his own 30. Wings it to Daniels, the tight end. He is hit near the 20. Gets inside the 20, but he does not have first down yardage as Case wrestles him down. Davis was there defensively for the Spartans, and they come up short here. It'll be 4th down and 3.
Yeah, Kerry Dieter also there as Davis stood him up. Dieter was able to finish him off. Here comes Michael Harris back in the ballgame as Wooster's thinking about a 4th down play.
They mark it now at 4th and 2 from the 17-yard line. Case needs a big defensive stop here. They lead it 7-0. Under 2 to play first quarter. Barnes, they will go for it. He gets the shotgun snap. Now he tries to run it. He won't get there. He fumbles the football. Case would have it anyway. Ball came loose. It was recovered for the Spartans by Adam Watson, but Case would have the ball regardless as Barnes was tackled well behind the line of scrimmage.
Michael Harris is just playing out of his mind this afternoon. Harris now with 2 tackles for loss, a forced fumble, and a quarterback sack. So Harris quite a first quarter for the Spartan defensive tackle.
Case will have it at the 22-yard line, so it appears, Ed, they did not count the fumble. They must have said Barnes was down, and Case has it at the 22-yard line. Baum has it, swings it out to Homick, makes the catch just over the turf, and then picks it up and dives across the 25.
Now the umpire is going to come in from the middle of the field and make the call and say it was trapped. But the official standing in front of the play, the linesman on the near side, said it was a catch. That's hard to believe that somebody 30 yards away can make that call, yet the linesman 5 yards away doesn't.
It is incomplete. 2nd down and 10 for Case. 1:38 to play. They'll give it to Bill Deitman. Deitman picks his way forward, but then he's hit and knocked back. First one to grab him was Matt Breidigam, the junior linebacker out of Rocky River High School. 3rd down and 9 for Case. Derek Bush leading the Case running game with 5 carries and 30 yards today. Joey Baum so far 6 of 8 for 31 yards and a touchdown. 1:05 to play first quarter. Case 7, Wooster nothing. Baum in the pocket. Now he has to run 25-30, and he is hit, lost the football. Case comes up with it.
And the fumble that Case recovered is going to be enough for a first down. I don't think Baum had it till it popped loose. And I think Case is going to get the first down.
Securing the football for Case was Cullen Dolan. And now it looks like Case did not get a real favorable spot there as it's marked back almost a yard behind the first down marker. But now they do call it first down. They do move the chains. 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line. Deitman out to the 35. Hurdles over a tackler. Gets to the 36. And it'll be 2nd down for Case after Deitman picks up 5. I'm a little confused on the spot, and then they still gave Case the first down.
There's a frustration element if the officials don't appear to be on the same page. They can have good calls and bad calls, but it's that frustration level when there's things like that where the ball gets marked back behind the first down marker, yet is still credited with a first down.
Baum to throw it, and the pass is batted down. Nice defensive play by Rob Holtz out of Pittsburgh, PA.
Well, Holtz is a defensive end that backed into a zone coverage and was able to get his hands up there. Wooster showed a zone blitz. They backed a defensive end into coverage and brought a linebacker up the middle, and Holtz was able to get his hands on the ball and knock it down.
Barring a penalty, this will be the final play of the first quarter. Baum to throw it. Goes to Homick again. A little catch and run. 40, 45. It's out to the 48-yard line. And Case has another first down, and that's the end of the first quarter. Your score, Case 7, and the College of Wooster, nothing. Second quarter action is coming up in just a moment on the Spartans Broadcasting Network. In Cleveland, Ohio. Great to have you with us today. For Spartans football, cloudy and overcast day, but temperatures near 60 to start the game. And very dry here at Case. No rain falling. 7-0 Spartans after one quarter. We'll catch you up on some first quarter numbers momentarily, but Case does have a first down at the Spartans' 48-yard line. Derek Bush checks in with Joey Baum. Off to the left of Baum, 2 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. That's Webster. They go Webster's way, makes the catch, and is hit right there and tackled. Gerard Ogletree Crawford in there on the tackle for the College of Wooster Fighting Scots. Case picks up another 5 across midfield into Fighting Scots territory, and the football will be spotted at the 46.
I think ultimately that's Case's objective today is really ball control, similar to what they had last week.
Derek Bush gets the handoff. It's out close to the line of scrimmage. Maybe picked up a yard before he is tackled. Bush gets to the 45, maybe just inside the 45. In Case we'll have a 3rd and a long 3.
Yeah, Hector Clavillo came over from his middle linebacker position, gave Derek Bush a good shot.
3rd down and 3 for Case from the 45-yard line. 7-0 Spartans. Second quarter action here at Case Field.
Homick one-on-one down on the near side of the field and no safety in the middle.
Taylor Trout on Homick. Now Baum rolls out. Now he looks middle of the field. He'll go down. Coverage broke down, and he's finally sacked by Rob Holtz. Baum gets taken out back behind midfield. 4th down coming up for Case. And that is a big-time loss on the sack all the way back to the 46-yard line. A loss of 9 on the play.
Well, they had what they wanted. It was one-on-one coverage in the secondary, but Wooster did a nice job of manning up against the Case wide receivers, including Zach Homick.
Dan Vassell to punt. Dale English will snap it back to him. Snap is on the money, and Case will fake it. Vassell running straight up the middle. He has 1st down yardage across midfield, 40, 30, and out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A flag comes out as Vassell flipped the football away.
He flipped it over the official's head, and he's going to get called for an unsportsmanlike penalty.
I don't think Vassell meant to show up Wooster or delay the game. Greg Demilak, who is normally pretty mild-mannered on the sideline, he usually will not get worked up unless he feels very strongly about a call. He's down there arguing about it.
Yeah, Vassell ran out of bounds at about the 20-yard line. The official was inside the 10. And Vassell had the end of the football in his hand and flipped it, and it went up over his head. It bounced on the turf and kicked all the way onto the track, and Case is going to get called for a 15-yard penalty. At the end of the play, it still has to be a 1st down because it's a dead ball call. Case will have it 1st and 10 from about the 35.
Well, they faked the punt, and when Vassell started running it, he had wide open spaces to harken back to a Dixie Chicks hit. But they come up with the 1st down on the faked punt. Vassell ran it.
Well, and they're going to mark it back as only a delay of game penalty, not an unsportsmanlike penalty.
It is a delay call, and so it's back to the 31. So Case gets a 5-yard walk-off. 13-11 to go, 2nd quarter. Case continues the drive after the 1st down on the faked punt and run by Dan Vassell. Derek Bush trying to turn the right corner, tries to cut back, gets to the 30, and he is tackled right there. Jeremy Pettit in on the tackle for Wooster. Vassell's run good for 28 yards on the faked punt.
Now the leading rusher on the afternoon for the Spartans is Dan Vassell, the punter.
With that run by Bush, he jumps back in front by just 4 yards now over Dan Vassell's total today. 7-0 Case. 2nd quarter action, 12:33 to go here in the opening half at Case Field. Baum to throw, fires it for Nicely, goes up top, makes the catch at the 15, falls forward down close to the 13-yard line.
I like the way that Nicely used his body to shield the ball away from the defensive back that was Pettit on the tackle for Wooster. But Nicely caught the ball and then just kind of backed up to make sure he secured it. Knew he was going to get a shot in the back, but secured the football and used his body as a shield.
17-yard pickup for Case and another 1st down. 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line for the Spartans. Spartans trying to break into the top 25 in Division III football. They were right on the edge going into play this week. They will give it to Deitman. Deitman down to the 10, down to the 8, and he is forced down near the sideline. He stays in bounds. Defensively for Wooster, Eric Keys came in to get him. Case inside the 10 now, down at the 8, a 5-yard run for Bill Deitman. 2nd down and 5 for Case. Zach Homick will split out wide to the left. Nicely in the slot on the left side. Coleman is in at tight end, and now Case will ask for and get a timeout. So Case spends the first of their 3 first-half timeouts, and they will talk this one over as Case leads it by a score of 7-0, and certainly the faked punt has been the big play in this game so far. I don't think anyone was expecting it, and Vassell just tucked it under and ran, and ends up with a 28-yard gain, and Case kept the drive alive.
Well, Case already has the drive. It's 13 plays so far for the Spartans. And with that, they've had the ball for nearly 5.5 minutes. And if you look at the total time of possession for Case, now up over almost 9 minutes, and offensively for Wooster, it's at under 6.
Okay, certainly.
Or check that now, 12:34. They've updated the quarter stats in there now.
Yeah, 12:34 for Case, 6:04 for Wooster. So they have doubled the time of possession so far in the first half. 11:22 remains before halftime. Eye in the backfield now with Labarge and Deitman. Bill Deitman, the tailback. Ball back to throw. Goes for Homick in the corner of the end zone. He made the catch again. Another touchdown.
This time he beat Taylor Trout. Trout's a little taller at 6 foot, and the ball was thrown to the outside shoulder. With that, Homick was able to stop, go up, and haul it in, and he has his second of the afternoon.
Well, Zach Homick and Joey Baum should take out a patent on that play, as they have hooked up on that a number of times this year. Just that fade route to the back of the end zone. Here's the kick from Sam Coffey. It is up, and it is good as he splits the uprights with a line drive kick, and Case extends the lead to 14-0.
Ball bounced through the stadium into the waiting ambulance. That's on the north end of the stadium here at Case Field.
Nice aim by Sam Coffey. 14-0. 11:17 to go in the second quarter. Coming up at halftime today, we'll be visiting with Marcus Klosinski, the senior left tackle of the Spartans. And we'll also check in with Beth Karpinski, senior outside hitter on the Case volleyball team. And the Case women had a shocking upset last Sunday against the #1 volleyball team in Division III in Washington University. And Case will be hosting the UAA volleyball tournament coming up next weekend, or it will be on the 5th and 6th of November. So 2 weeks from now. And the Spartans volleyball team now with 19 wins on the season. We'll talk about it at halftime.
And the ladies program at WashU, both in volleyball and basketball, outstanding. And what a win for that program, for Case Western to knock off the #1 team in the country.
Yeah, national champs a number of times in women's basketball. Here's the kick from Sam Coffey, end-over-end kick drifting to the right side, and it will go out of bounds. Kyle Murdoch over there taking a look at it and made sure it went out, which it did at about the 10-yard line.
Well, officially for Case, 14 plays, 78 yards, 5 minutes and 27 seconds. The big play, obviously, the 4th down rush by Dan Vassell out of the punt formation, and then it was capped off with the 8-yard touchdown pass. Zach Homick catching the Joey Baum touchdown throw.
2 catches for touchdowns for Homick today. Zach Homick came in, as we mentioned, to today's game with 722 yards receiving on the season. 11:17 to go. And the Wooster offense will take over at the 40-yard line with the kick going out of bounds. Quick screen pass over the middle. It's caught out to the 45, out near the 48-yard line. Making the catch was Jordan McIntyre, and he is hauled down just short of midfield.
Now, Case had him hemmed in out near the numbers, and McIntyre planted his left foot, cut back to the inside, and had 5 extra yards waiting for him because of the nice cut he made after catching the football.
Clock moving, 2nd down and 2 from the Wooster 48-yard line. Scots have the football. Richard Barnes takes the snap. They will keep it in the hands of the quarterback. He gets to the 50, and he is hit and knocked down right there. Dan Calabrese was in there defensively. Also in there for Case was Michael Harris. They do get the first down as Barnes keeps it and gets the final 2 yards they needed, and they are in Case territory now at the 49-yard line. 1st down and 10 for the Fighting Scots. Case leading it by a score of 14-0. Barnes looking over to the bench. In the shotgun, he takes the snap, drops back to throw, looks downfield, has a man open. That's Daniels, the tight end, makes the catch inside the 35, forced out of bounds by Dieter near the 33-yard line. A pickup of close to 16 and another 1st down for the Fighting Scots.
Wooster had just 30 yards or so in offense coming into this drive. So far, they moved for 27 yards in 3 plays.
Barnes again in the shotgun. Will fling it out. This one is caught out there by Zach Wiedrich. Wiedrich gets to the 30. A flag comes out at the end of the play. Pickup of about 3, and we'll see what the penalty will be.
A very odd flag that late, considering that Wodica had a hold of his leg and dragged him down.
This one is going to go against Wooster. Dale English was down there pointing to Wooster. It is against the Scots. They will mark this ball back to the 41-yard line.
It's a hold. I wonder if the official just had trouble getting the flag out. And by the time the flag landed, play was over. So I'm wondering if it was on the screen block that they picked up one of the Scots for holding, but it cost them 10 from the spot of the foul.
And mark it back to the Case 41-yard line. Shotgun snap to Richard Barnes. Barnes goes to Daniels again, the tight end. Tries to make a move, but can't get away. Spartans bring him down. Ball came loose, but they say Daniels was down, and he is injured.
And Daniels got bent back in a very awkward way.
Firamonte and Wodica in on the stop. Daniels is hurt. 6'3", 230-pound junior out of Clarksburg, West Virginia. And he is flat on his back right now, and it looks like he's holding his left knee.
It was a very awkward tackle. Daniels got stood up, and as he tried to break away, then he got pushed back over his own legs. Didn't get rolled up. It just buckled under him as Case pushed him back.
Mike Schmitz is out along with the training staff for the College of Wooster Fighting Scots, taking a look at Cameron Daniels, who has made 5 catches today for 28 yards, the latest going for 5, and it's going to be 2nd down and 12 for Wooster from the Case 36-yard line. Mike Schmitz is the head coach of the Fighting Scots. His defensive coordinator is Seth Durr, and the offensive coordinator is Kyle Rooker. And Daniels is hurting, and he is going to need some assistance to be taken off the field, and 2 Worcester Scots players come out to give Daniels a hand up. And he will not be putting any pressure on that left leg, and that will certainly hurt Wooster today to lose Daniels for what looks to be a significant amount of time. He is trying to put some weight on that left leg, but without much success, Ed.
Yeah, it's the knee. He's able to put some pressure on the ankle. But you notice he'll put that foot down and then just really pick it up real quick. And it's got to be a knee that he's concerned about at this point.
He is just about to make it over to the sideline. We are at Case Field today for college football action. Great to have you with us for our broadcast coverage of Spartans football. A 37-game regular season winning streak on the line today against the College of Wooster Fighting Scots, making the hour drive up here to take on the Case Western Reserve Spartans and contest the Baird Brothers Trophy. 9:21 to play. First half, Barnes takes the snap. He'll throw it out. Pass is caught out there at the 40, ahead to the 45-yard line. Hauling that pass in was Joe Stoffer, the freshman out of Louisville High School. Gets a little bit of the lost yardage back after the penalty, and almost back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 11 from the Case 34-yard line.
You know, we talked about Worcester's offense in the opening, Dave, and it's really materialized into that. They like the long handoffs. Get those receivers in space with some room to run.
Barnes to throw it. Middle of the field, was looking for the same receiver. Stoffer is overthrown. Stoffer is hit, and a flag comes out on the play.
They're going to get James Wodica for coming across and hitting the defenseless receiver.
Officials huddling up right there. The pass was well over the head of Joe Stoffer. And Wodica came in, leveled him as the pass sailed over his head. We'll look for the call here. You got a personal foul call against the Spartans. It'll be an automatic 1st down.
Well, and after what happened in the NFL this week, Dave, officials even down at the Division III level in high school are going to start taking a little more cautious approach to hitting defenseless receivers.
Well, the pass was clearly going to be over the head of Stoffer.
Wodica hit him in the back, though, Dave, and he didn't go to the head, which is a weird way to get a personal foul.
Barnes will take it. First down and 10 from the 19-yard line. They give it to Flagg. 20, 15, 10, and is dragged down from behind just outside the 5-yard line. Kerry Dieter got in there. Stephen Roby, a sophomore, was there defensively for Case as well. But they kept Flagg from getting in. But they are knocking on the door right now. He's down at the 7. First and goal for Wooster. 8:25 to go. We're in the second quarter. First half action here at Case Field. Barnes will put it on the ground. They give it to Brendan Taylor, and he is stuffed and knocked backwards by Michael Allen. Michael Harris knocks him down as he got in there and stuffed the hole as they tried to run it straight up the middle with Brendan Taylor. They'll try it again at second down and 6. Taylor picked up 1. Richard Barnes, the freshman quarterback, working in the shotgun. They have Flagg back in there now. They'll look to the right side. Now everybody's covered. Barnes wants to run it. Still has some time. Throws it to the end zone. Incomplete. Just off the fingertips of his intended target, Zach Wiedrich. Excellent protection there for Barnes.
Well, Barnes initially wanted to go to that bubble screen on the right flat. It wasn't there. Came back to his left. Wasn't open on the near side. Finally scrambled and threw it just off the hands of Zach Wiedrich in the end zone.
Barnes will set him up again. Third down and goal from the 6-yard line. Wooster trying to break onto the scoreboard for the first time today. 5 receivers in the game. Empty backfield. 3 on the right side. Barnes looking to the end zone. Wants to throw it now. Still on his feet. Goes to the corner of the end zone. Catch is made. It's a touchdown as Joe Stauffer was all alone. And again, Barnes had all day to throw and finally found an open target. 6-yard touchdown pass for Richard Barnes, the freshman who connects for his 11th touchdown pass of the year.
Well, his athleticism kept it alive. Was able to check down, and finally just wait for one of his receivers to come open in one of those sandlot plays.
Kick by Russ Palm is on its way. It is up, and it is good. And Wooster slices the lead in half. It is 14-7 with 7:28 to play here in the first half. We'll take a timeout. Back with more from Case Field after this on the Spartans Broadcasting Network. With his second catch today, his first touchdown pass of the season from a receiving standpoint. And it's 14-7. Case's lead is 7. They'll get the ball back right now. The kick is on its way. It'll be taken by Metalsitz at the 18 to the 25, 30. Cuts it around the right side, 35, 40. And out to the 42-yard line before he's finally wrestled down.
Details on the scoring drive for Wooster. 10 plays, 60 yards. It took 3 minutes, 49 seconds. Capped off Richard Barnes to Joe Stauffer. 6 yards and the touchdown. Total numbers now for Case Western. 30 plays, 150 yards in total offense for Wooster. 23 plays, 87 yards for the Fighting Scots.
Here comes the Spartan offense, led by Joey Baum, the senior quarterback. Derek Bush will set up 7 yards behind Baum, who takes the snap under center. They'll go back. Baum looks to throw it. Will gun it up top for Homick on the sideline. It is incomplete. Homick was looking for a flag. Gerard Ogletree Crawford was step for step with Zach Homick.
Armbarred him. That's what Homick's claiming is that Ogletree Crawford just stuck his arm out and prevented his progress down the sideline on the wheel route. Initially, Homick had stopped at the 50, turned back in, and then wheeled to the outside, went up the sideline, was about the 35 when Ogletree stuck his arm out and stopped Homick from progressing downfield.
High in the backfield, 2nd down and 10. They'll give it to Derek Bush. Bush looks for a block, cannot get any running room. It'll be a 3rd down and 10 as Bush is hauled down right there at the line of scrimmage.
Cullen Dolan is hurt. Him and Hector Clavillo were locked up. Dolan is limping around.
Dolan, the 6'3 sophomore out of Brother Rice High School in Chicago, Illinois.
He's going to stay in the game. But that may pose some problems if he can't put any pressure on that right ankle of his.
Michael Allen with a shotgun snap. Back to Joey Baum. Rolls to the right. Downfield again for Homick. Leaps up. Tries to make a one-handed grab, but can't do it. Quentin Howard was there defensively along with Taylor Trout. Incomplete. 4th down and 10.
If he had made that catch, it may have won him an ESPY. That was a phenomenal effort by Homick to get up in the air. One-handed, reached out over the sideline, tried to bring it in, all in the same motion, tried to tap his foot inbounds.
He did get a hand on the football, but was unable to control it, running full speed down the sideline.
Yeah, unbelievable effort. Homick all out on that play.
Dan Vassell ran for a 1st down last time. He's out there to punt this one away at 4th and 10 from the 43-yard line. Vassell will kick this one away. Angles it near the sideline, looking for a bounce. It does take a case bounce, and this one will turn out well for the Spartans as it rolls all the way down inside the 10. And Metalsitz will down it near the 7-yard line.
Officially a 50-yard kick for Dan Vassell.
So Worcester's offense will have a long field in front of them, but they did march down and score on their last possession. 1st and 10 from their own 7. 6:19 to go in the 2nd quarter. Case leading at 14-7.
That possession started for Wooster at the 40-yard line because the kick went out of bounds. And Wooster was able to move down the field. Now a much longer field in front of them.
Richard Barnes, the freshman quarterback out of Painesville, Ohio, keeps it himself. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. Tripped up on a nice ankle tackle by Dale English.
I like the penetration that the defensive front four for Case is getting. Barnes has not been comfortable in the pocket. He's gotten some good protection, but if you watch him, he still has to move around, still has to avoid somebody. Overall, Case is doing a nice job pushing that offensive line around that outweighs them about 35 pounds per man.
14-7, Case leading it. They go to Barnes now, 2nd down and 9. He'll flip it out to Flagg, who slips and falls behind the line of scrimmage, back near where they started. In fact, all the way back to the 6-yard line now. He lost 2, and it's 3rd down and 11.
Well, they ran the option to the right, and Barnes was concerned about the inside linebackers. Didn't notice Michael Fioramonte did a nice job controlling that outside edge, and although he flipped it to Flagg, Fioramonte was there for the tackle.
5:19 to go, 2nd quarter, 14-7 Case. Barnes standing on his own goal line to take this shotgun snap. Has it. They will run it straight up the middle with Robert Flagg. He is hit and knocked down at about the 8-yard line, so a 4th and long, and Case should get great field position out of this as they will ask Dana O'Berry to punt from his own end zone. O'Berry standing right in the middle of the end zone, the football on the right hash mark. Homick is back deep with Calabrese standing on the Wooster 45-yard line. Here's the snap. O'Berry will get the kick away. Nice high kick, but a short one. No return here. It takes a right turn and heads out of bounds just outside the 40-yard line. Case will have it in Worcester territory to start this drive, leading at 14-7, and 4:28 remaining in the 2nd quarter. Joey Baum, 10 of 15 so far today, 74 yards, 2 touchdowns to Zach Homick. Richard Barnes, 11 of 14 today. He's been very accurate, 64 yards and a touchdown pass. Joey Baum, 2 receiver set. Homick on the left, Webster on the right. They will roll straight back, throw it downfield. This one is incomplete. They were looking for Bill Deitman out of the backfield and overthrown just slightly. 2nd down and 10 for Case from the 41-yard line. Deitman was wide open. Ball was overthrown slightly by Baum, and quarterback coach Dave DiCarlo just put his hands on top of his head, shaking it as he thought they had hooked onto something there with Deitman wide open.
Well, Baum also had options. Brian Webster was wide open inside the 20 as well on the near side of the field. So Case is finding something in that Wooster secondary.
Baum from the shotgun, 2nd and 10. They will wing it out to Brian Webster on the sideline. He is hit, knocked out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Case picks up a quick 5 on the nice pass to Webster out of the flat. He was driven out of bounds by Jeremy Pettit of the Fighting Scots.
You got to like this. It's 3rd and 4 from the 35. So a lot of options on 3rd down, and it's definitely 4-down territory with Case here.
3 receivers stack up on the right side. Metalsitz is on the left. Baum rolls right, goes to Webster, makes the catch. 30, 28, down to the 26-yard line before he is wrapped up and knocked out of bounds by Matt Breitigam. And it's a Case 1st down as Baum hooks up with Brian Webster, the senior.
Tony Opperman and Mike Allen did a nice job as they were rolling to their right on the rollout by Baum. They looked back, and both of them picked up a blitzing linebacker from Wooster and gave Baum that extra time to find Webster. So offensive line did a nice job of holding out the Wooster blitz.
1st and 10 from the Wooster 25-yard line. Case leading at 14-7, 3:36 to go, 2nd quarter. They'll keep it on the ground. Bill Deitman has it. The senior is met at the 25 and tackled. Eric Keyes getting in there first on Deitman. Unable to spring free for any yardage. Bush checks in. Deitman will go out. 2nd down and 9 for Case from the Wooster 24. Baum will approach the line of scrimmage. Homick split out wide to the left, nicely in a slot on the left side. I formation now. Labarge checks in at fullback ahead of Derek Bush. Now Baum rolls out on the right side to throw it. Goes downfield for nicely. He makes the catch. Touchdown, Spartans.
What a touch from Joey Baum. Unbelievable. As rolling to his right, he just laid it out there and let nicely run under it for the touchdown. Nice soft touch. Nice pattern by Nicely. He got free in the secondary, and Baum has 3 touchdowns again in a football game.
Sean Nicely, his 4th touchdown reception. That one goes for 24 yards. Sam Coffey on to attempt the PAT. Zach Scott will hold it. Here is the snap. The kick is up, and it is good. Sam Coffey converts his 3rd PAT today. And it's 21-7 as Sean Nicely, the senior out of Willoughby South High School, hauls in the pass from Joey Baum. And the Spartans extend the lead now to 21-7 with 2:51 to play in the first half.
Just a comfortability factor for Joey Baum. And running this offense looks outstanding in his ability just to find receivers, make the passes when he has to. He throws it on a rope when he needs to, when he lobs it to the corner of the end zone. That's 3 touch passes for touchdowns today for Baum. All of them have been right on the mark.
And Nicely in stride for the easy touchdown. 2:51 to play in the opening half here at Case Field. David Wilson, Ed Doherty, bringing you the action of Case football as the Spartans try to go 7-0 and keep the Baird Brothers Trophy for the 4th consecutive year. End over end kick by Coffey, goes all the way back to the 5-yard line, taken there by Kyle Murdoch ahead of the 20, now to the 25 and knocked down. In there on the defensive coverage for Case was Wade Self. And the Scots will start out at their own 29-yard line with 2:46 to go here in the 2nd quarter. The wind is kicked up again, and the Scots working into the wind right now. Moving right to left. here at Case Field. Spartans will match up defensively here as Richard Barnes, the freshman quarterback, comes back out for the College of Wooster Scots. He will fire it out, and it's knocked down by Adam Watson. He was looking out in the flat for their favorite target on the season, Mike Reddick, but Watson got right in there and knocked that pass down.
Last week we saw a Case defensive player get an interception, almost another one there, as Watson almost hauled it in.
Dale English had his first career interception last week at Hiram. Now Barnes fakes the handoff to Flagg. He'll keep it himself, and he will pay the price. Lucas Sasala got in there, knocked Barnes down. Dale English was there defensively as well for Case.
And English fought through a hold by Nate Laszlo and still was able to run Barnes down for the minimal gain. It's a nice effort by Dale English.
By about a half-yard gain, 3rd down, 9 for Wooster. They'll look over to the sideline and get a play sent in.
Now, Case has gone to that 6 defensive backs as well. Matthew Davis back on the field in that hybrid position.
2:03 to go here in the second quarter. Wooster with the ball, 3rd down and 9. And whistles blow, and we'll get a timeout taken here by the College of Wooster. It'll be their first. They will have 2 remaining here with 1:56 to play in the second quarter. 3 touchdown passes for Joey Baum today, 13 of 19 for 114 yards.
That gives him 17 touchdown passes on the season through just 6.5 games. It's a incredible effort. I think meeting and exceeding expectations for this Case team. The coaches knew they had something in Joey Baum. They had worked with him. They had talked about his arm and his leadership and how he likes to play within himself. He doesn't get too excited, doesn't get too down. And over the last 6 weeks, Dave, you can really see how he's grown as a quarterback, much more comfortable in this offense. And 3 touchdown passes this week. He had 3 2 weeks ago against Oberlin. And the numbers just ticking upward for this senior from Walsh Jesuit.
Other numbers for Case today. Zach Homick, 6 catches, 53 yards. Sean Nicely, 4 grabs, 39. And Brian Webster has 3 catches for 22 yards today. Key play here in the first half, the fake punt for a first down run by Dan Vassell. 1:56 to go. Ready to get back to action after the timeout. Barnes wants to run it again. He'll run it straight up the middle, 35. Dives out near the 40-yard line. Great leap at the end of that run for the freshman quarterback, and he gets the first down. 11-yard pickup for Richard Barnes. They will hustle up to the line. 1:45 to go before halftime. 21-7 Case. Barnes will work from the shotgun. 3 receivers on the right. Flagg is the lone man in the backfield. Reddick is on the left, covered by Matt Davis. Barnes throws it over the middle of the field, incomplete, and flags come out again.
Yeah, ball was high and uncatchable, but Zach Haas definitely got there early, definitely bumped Stouffer off his route, even though Stouffer would have to be about 7'10" to catch that football.
Yeah, it went flying over the middle of the field, over everybody's head, but Case will get a pass interference call again and an automatic first down for the College of Wooster Fighting Scots. 1:28 to go in the second quarter. Case with a 37-game regular season winning streak on the line today. Richard Barnes calling out the signals from the shotgun. 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line of the Scots. Barnes to throw it. Middle of the field again. Reddick is open. Makes the catch at the 30-yard line. Inside the 30 before he is hit and knocked down. Zach Haas there defensively for Case. And it's another first down for the Scots. They pick up a big hunk of yardage there as they get into Case territory. Football marked at the 28-yard line. 23-yard pickup. And Barnes ready to go again, running the no huddle. They will swing it out in the flat. It's caught out there by Stouffer, and he is hit and tackled before he can turn it upfield. There defensively for Case was Mike Firamonte.
He fought through a block and still was able to wrap up Stouffer and throw him down for a loss.
Timeout taken by the College of Wooster. That'll be their second timeout. They will have one left with 1:04 to play here in the first half at Case Field. It's a cloudy and overcast 60-degree day. Case trying to hold on defensively here at the end of the half and guard a 14-point lead. Joey Baum, 13 of 19 today. Has 114 yards through the air. Gets him close to 1,700 yards for the season. And he has thrown 3 TDs today, giving him 17 for the season. 1:04 to go here in the second quarter. A win today would almost assuredly get Case into the top 25 in Division III. Second down and 14 after a loss. Barnes hands it off to Flagg, makes for the sideline. He leaps over a man, got over Wodeka, but then he's knocked out of bounds by Lucas Sisala and Dale English.
Statue of Liberty play by Wooster as Barnes faked it to the outside, then stuck the ball behind his back and let Taylor take it and try to circle the right side end. Nothing there. Case not fooled.
We haven't seen that one in a couple of years, but your favorite play, the Statue of Liberty. Back to throw. Barnes looks downfield on third down. He's in trouble. Gets away from one man. Guns it to the end zone. Stauffer is open, but Haas jumps in there in front and makes the interception. Haas intercepts in the end zone. And Case will take over at the 20-yard line with 29 seconds left here in the first half.
Now, Richard Barnes is lucky to get up from that one. He took quite a shot. Got knocked down again and lost his helmet. For Case, that's their 14th turnover they've generated defensively this year. Only 8 turnovers offensively, so +6 in the column for the Spartans. And the 8th interception as a team this season.
Zach Haas with his 3rd interception of the year. And Case will have it with 29 seconds left. Joey Baum has it 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line as the offense comes back out onto the field. Joey hands the football to Bill Deitman, spins ahead near the 24-yard line, and that should do it for the second quarter, unless Case wants to run another play, but they will say that is enough for the first half. Case settles for a 21-7 lead as they head to the locker room to talk things over here at halftime, and they will leave to a nice hand from this crowd today at Case Field as the Spartans 6-0 on the season carve out 21 points here in the first.